Hey, just checking in. It is Sunday afternoon, and it's the day before surgery. I guess, feeling a little anxious, but I think I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. So, one thing I can say is that when I was at the doctor's office, because, I had to do pre-op appointments, and then too, I had to do my 3-month, appointments. And so when I was at the doctor's office, my primary care doctor, and she know that I'm having surgery. And so she was just like, you look a little like you worried or whatever. And I said, yeah, I'm a little, feeling a little fearful. And I guess the main thing that really gets me is that I can say this like a million times and will continue to say it a million times, is that I really never understood the concept when you go under anesthesia. I really just never understood it. But I really didn't have surgeries until in my 50s. And so my thing is that I really didn't understand that the seriousness of it and the potential things that could happen. And so when I went under the first time, I didn't understand, the process of what they do to you. And so I guess ever since then, it bothered me, because I was just like, wow, how man can take you under, but it has to be God to bring you back. And that just made me really, humble myself to pray for people on a daily basis that go under anesthesia. Because and I understand that sometimes people think that it's like a malpractice thing, but it's God that got to bring those people back. It's God that got to bring you back. And so, but anyway, so that's my main, thing of it. And of course, recovering, and of course, figuring out what is the cause of what that I'm having surgery for. And so the thing is that, so she was just like, it's okay to fear because we're human. And if we wasn't, human, then, whatever. And then that just took me to, the scripture where Jesus wept, is that he understood that, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to understand and to validate how you feel. And so she was just like, but that's why you pray for your doctors, you pray for your team that's going to be in the operating room. And she said that's why it's so important that you pray for them. And I know people pray, all the time, but I could, like they say, sometimes you really can't understand something unless you go through it yourself, or you get wisdom, or, something, some epiphany or something. But the thing is that she said, that's why you pray for your doctors. You pray that God, guide their hands, and, and the people that are, caring for you during that particular time, that's why you pray, you believe it, and you trust God, and I just couldn't believe that she actually sat there and talked with me for a good 20, 25 minutes. She didn't rush or anything. So I kind of was, okay when I left up out of there, So, but one thing I can say is that when I did the pre-op at the hospital, and I had to talk with the anesthesiologist, and, that concern of, men can take you under, but it's God got to bring you back. But one thing he said, which was kind of good for me, which made me, say, okay, not only have I been dealing with doctors that are, have a relationship with Christ, but they believe God, they trust God. And so when you have doctors that believe God and trust God, that makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. And the anesthesiologist said to me that, because, I was telling him, I said, well, it's God that got to bring you back. And he said, but, it's God that gives the doctors wisdom and how to care for you and what to do. They rely on God's wisdom. And I was just like, wow, I never heard somebody tell me that before. And so that right there, gave me, a little bit more peace, because I was just like, okay, so he's really, they're praying about what they're doing, and they seek in, God's wisdom and knowledge. And so for somebody to say that makes me feel like, okay, so I'm in good hands. I'm in, a place to where I can trust and allow others that are around me to pray and to trust that they are being guided by God. Because, it does take a lot. It does take a lot to acknowledge and to realize that you're not doing this in your own strength, but you're doing this in God's strength. And when you're doing anything in God's strength, then you can never go wrong. And so that right there, even when I was sitting up there worrying about, but God will give him wisdom in how to handle my case, how to care for me. So I am going to continue to bring that to the forefront of my mind. Even though, like I said, I'm a widow, and going through widowhood and going through, changes in my health. I just wish I had my spouse here. Somebody that I can connect with, somebody that I can just, I already have a relationship with, and that's not something I have to build with him, so it makes a big difference. And like I said, when I lost my spouse, because I'm being visually impaired, is that it wasn't that I just lost finances or lost, my companionship with him, but I did lose the help that I, received from him as well. And the patience and the love and the, the moments where he allowed me to validate how I feel and to understand how I feel, made a big difference. But like I said, if you follow my journey, listen to my testimony, you'll understand why I prayed about this particular man being my spouse. Because it makes a big difference when you have somebody who can invest in you emotionally and mentally and not disregard how you feel emotionally. I know, man, they're not into your emotions and your feelings, but this particular man was. And to see that and to have that, even, being in our teenage years, it was just, it was something that, that I longed for, was, somebody to truly be into me and not just, try to, be with me for all the wrong reasons. So, yeah. But anyway, so please pray for me as I go under. I will keep you posted, and I will continue to do videos. But the only thing is that I'll be doing it from the bedside. All right, so y'all be blessed, and y'all continue to pray for me as I continue to pray for you.